Hey everybody, this is Vril. Welcome to Hearts of Iron 4. Originally I wanted to wait for the next update patch to start another series, but based on reading Paradox's last dev diary, it seems like that might still be a few weeks off. So I've decided to go ahead and start a new series rather than waiting, and we're going to finally play as the German Reich. So a new Germany has risen. 3 years have passed since the Weimar Republic was dismantled and replaced by Hitler's Third Reich. Economic stability has returned after the trying years of the Great Depression, and mass unemployment has been dealt with. The military restrictions imposed on Germany by the Versailles Treaty are long forgotten, and the Wehrmacht grows stronger by the day. Another Weltkrieg is on the horizon. For this one, I think I'm going to go for the New World Order achievement, where you have to make all of the nations of the world fascist. I have read a lot of people having issues with this one. Basically, if a non-fascist nation makes its way into the Axis, it becomes difficult to change their ideology. Historically, of course, non-fascist nations were in the Axis, but for this achievement, that will not work, so that caveat will change our playstyle a bit. With that said, I think my plan is to go it alone without any allies so we don't have that problem. We'll, of course, play on Iron Man. For the achievements, historical focus is turned on. So let's get started on our world conquest. Alright, so getting started, we have to set up our research, and we'll go with the usual suspects in engineering as well as industrial concern in the basic machine tools as well as construction 1. And we've got a 4th slot, so we'll go with a wild card in interwar artillery, which would give our artillery plus 10% to soft attack, or support weapons, which is a little bit broad, but it could be good too. But I think I'm going to do the interwar artillery first, and then we'll go into that after. So let's have a look at our armies. Let's assign one of our field marshals. So we've got 30 guys here, and we've got, so our divisions here, we've got infantry divisions, our panzer divisions, our SS divisions, our mountain brigades, and our cavalry. So I'm actually thinking to change over. I don't have that many of them, and rather than dealing with all of the different templates, I'm going to go ahead and change. Actually, that is our SS unit. Where was our cavalry in here? There we go. So we're going to change him over to one of our SS divisions, and he'll obviously need to train up. So I'm going to move him to a different army, and I'll have that army set to train. And we also have this mountain division here. I'll go ahead and change him on over to just a standard infantry division as well. And we'll move him on over here as well. Set him up to, let's just put him on the Swiss border, and we'll have these guys train. Otherwise, we'll have all of these guys just set up on the Dutch border, and we might organize this a little bit better and split our infantry divisions from our SS divisions and our tank divisions. But that should work for now. Okay, national focus. I'm going to do the reoccupation of the Rhineland because we want that political power, because we're going to be justifying some wars as soon as we can, actually. So we're going to justify a war against France and Belgium and try to take them as quickly as possible before the British are able to ally with them. And if we can fully peace out with them with peace conference, we'll be able to take all of their land, even their land like in Syria here, or even in French Indochina, and even the Netherlands here in Indonesia. So we'll do that. But first we need to set all this up. So actually, let me get our divisions going. I can delete these, and we'll train. Let's train about, what I do, 6 there, infantry divisions, and I'll do, okay, that's not what I want to do, 3 panzer divisions and 3 SS divisions. I think that'll be a good start. Let me go ahead and Have everybody set up here. And actually, I'll have these guys assign... Actually, yeah, let's not do where I was setting it there. I'll have all these guys set up with the army that I had here so that they can go right into training when they finish off, because they'll not be regulars, they'll be trained, so we can train them up to regulars. And basically the French army over here is pretty much untrained, low-grade green units. We saw that in the French Commune playthrough, that their quality of units takes years for them to get up to shape. So otherwise, we've got some production to worry about here. So we're going to be producing a few of these submarines. We've got some destroyers. I'm going to keep producing these cruisers. So we've got naval dockyards. So let's just build these to the max. This will only build 4 of these and 8 of these. Once those finish, everything will go into our Deutschland class. So these submarine 2s, I mean, they're pretty good, but I don't want to focus on them until I can get submarine 3s, which we will research when we can. I think they're 1940, but we'll try to research them a little bit early. So otherwise, we've got... I'm going to get rid of our tactical bombers. So we need to choose between... Actually, that reminds me, what do we want in terms of our air divisions, our air doctrines? We might already have a step in here, so battlefield support would be close air support, I think. Interception, ground support. So one of these in here was, yeah, close air support. So we'll focus on close air support, and we'll remove the tacticals. I mean, we'll have them in our inventory anyway, but we don't need to be wasting factories building those. We'll focus totally on infantry equipment, a little bit on support equipment, towed artillery, tanks, motorized, and we want to pump out these BF 109s. So that will take us to all the way. Otherwise, we need to get some oil. We'll trade with the US. We will also grab some more rubber, I think. Yeah, rubber. So that's good, and let's go ahead and build a few more factories. At this point, we only have... we have 40 of the military factories, is quite good, but the civilian factories, that could be a problem if we don't build up here at the beginning. So let's build a few more on the Polish border. And we're going to be doing the kind of the opposite here from the real war, and we're going to be spreading to the west first rather than the other direction. So let me go ahead, do a little bit of more order of battle here. I'm going to delete all of these guys and I'll rebuild them later on. Got a lot of tacticals, a lot of close air support. Our fighters, we've got a lot of HE-51s, not too good. But yeah, we'll want to spread these out in about stacks of 100. That's the ideal sizing for them. And what do we have in terms of our... I actually thought that we would have a little bit larger navy than we do. So let's go ahead and merge everybody up, and that'll probably split my submarines off into their own deal momentarily. So I think we can go ahead, get this thing going. Yeah, everybody is here, so let's merge everybody, then split off our submarines into their own group and send them back on to probably where they started, I think, anyway. Alright. So actually, we could probably get a Commander Admiral here. Superior Tactician. What's this guy? Old Guard, we don't want that. So we want radar here. And over here we probably want donuts. Yeah, that's what I would say we want on our subs. Let's go ahead and start building some of these. So we want, like I said, 100s. Interwar bombers, we got a lot of those. Dornier 23s. Yeah, we've got a ton of those. Is that that's gonna put us to the max. I won't build any more of these air wings until we have 100 of those others, so that will work out for us. Yeah, so we'll keep an eye on that. Otherwise, these guys will be training up. Can go ahead and add a leader on these. I'll probably use Rommel at some point in time. So yeah, these guys actually, as they build up their strength, get some new infantry equipment, all of that stuff, they're probably going to be lowering. Even these guys on the 28 stack might be going through the same thing, so we'll keep an eye on that. Might need to train them at some point in time. We're actually able to go ahead and justify these. We might not want to do that though. Let's wait until we're about to finish it. Because it probably won't take that long. There we go. It was only one day anyway. Alright. So, we've got the reoccupation of the Rhineland, so we have plenty of political power at this point. So, let's fabricate or justify on France. I don't need to take that, and it'll be 250 days. Will set us on November 11th, 1936. And we'll justify on the Belgians here. That will be ready on November 6th, so we probably can take some advantage there. Get them out of the way. I would like to take the Netherlands as well, but I think that's a little bit too much, and we'll probably bring the Allies into the war, the British into the war with all of their Commonwealth nations, so we don't want to do that too early if we can. Otherwise, let's go into basically between Army Innovations and Reichsautobahn. So we'll get this going because we're going to want to research some of the land doctrines momentarily. And let's go into industrial concern. We'll get the Krupp and get the industrial research time minus 10%. So I think that is all we can do at the moment. We do have a little bit of army experience. We could probably put that on something, though I'm not really sure. Maybe we could add, I think we had infantry division, so these guys have support, artillery, engineer. Let's look at panzer divisions have recon, and I think the SS divisions also had recon as well. So let's add recon. I think that's enough. Actually, it costs 10, so we'll wait on that. So we already have 115 of these HE-51s. We're not producing those, are we? We've got BF-109s. I don't know why there's more of those than there were before, so let's put them in the Rhineland here. Yeah, I'm not sure why that would be like that, but because I swear that was only like 80 before. Okay. How are these guys doing? Nobody's fallen down. So if I did tweak that template, then these guys would go down, and I have to probably train them back up. Which we might. I think I will do that whenever we get to Army Experience 10. Then I'll go ahead and do that. I'm going to go boost our speed up. And what was our actual dates on these wars? So November 6th and November 11th is when we're going to be looking at this, and we've got research finished, so we will go into the next. And I'll go into mechanical computing. I'd like to get those radios done, but we'll do that first. Alright. So I'll be speeding towards that November, getting everybody ready to go. I probably will go ahead and split this army up into the Panzer divisions, the SS divisions. Is that all we have? Yeah, I think at this point that is all we have. Got some new guys being added to this, and that is an slightly early Spanish Civil War. So the Civil War has erupted in Spain. Several generals seeking to overthrow the current government in Madrid have issued a pronunciamiento, and a large portion of the Spanish armed forces have answered their call to arms. This right-wing nationalist faction has occupied much of Spain, including the overseas territories. Loyalist forces and volunteers have assembled under the left-wing Republican government, determined to resist the push to their last breath. The battle for Spain has just begun. So what will this mean for Spain? Now, actually, that reminds me. We actually want to disband the Axis. So we're doing that because this is basically a solo endeavor here for us as Germany. We'll accept help, but we will not be building an alliance. We're going to be taking all the territory for ourselves. So let me just look here. We had some of these new guys building up here. Did get all of our... Yeah, everything that was coming in, it looks like it's infantry divisions. And we've got army innovations done, and basic machine tools also done. So let's head on over to the Reichsautobahn, and we'll see. I want to get... I think it should be the West Wall done in time before we go to war with France, before that November. So yeah, that should be done. If we do this 70 days, then 70 days, probably be about October when that'll be done. So we can modify the government. Once again, let me just look here. So, industry, we'll go right into concentrated industry 1, always important. And these guys... What do we want to do here? Maybe we've got organization, division attack, division speed. But for now, it might be a good idea to do Wilhelm Keitel, because he does this division training time minus 10%. And we want to... I think our bigger problem is not the production right now, it's the training these guys up, because we're going to build up as many dudes as we can before we go to war here. So actually... With that said, we can probably readjust what the front is here, because we're going to be going into Belgium only, not the Netherlands, at least for the moment. Actually, we can put, let's see, Manstein on the armor here, even though it's only a 4-stack. Here we go, we've got the interwar artillery is done. So we'll go into that support weapons, and that should be done by the time we're at war, I think. So let me at least get offensive lines going. So this was our 24 stack. Let's just get, you know, it doesn't matter what it is at this point, as long as it's generating. Even these guys could generate something just so that they have it later on. We'll adjust these when we actually go to war. All important planning bonus, you've got to get that, so we'll get that going. So research, we've got construction 1 coming online. Have we built any new factories? Does not look like it. So yeah, it'd be nice to get like 3 more factories online so that we can actually use all those factories and be going at the maximum speed for building these civilian factories on up. So construction 1 is done. Probably go into slightly early for any of this stuff. Let me look here. Yeah, let's go into radio most likely, I think. Land Doctrine could be good. Let's actually get this Land Doctrine going, because that gives us this all infantry and motorized or mechanized will get organization plus 15, and it enables the tactic delay, which, yeah, we're going to do. So I think we have 2 of those bonuses to the time, because of the army innovations we did, so that will work out for us quite well. We got 1.15 million guys, so Hitler is denouncing the Belgian ideals. The German Reich stands united under Hitler, so good stuff. Yeah, we've got a lot of these SS divisions and tanks coming online. We're also, yeah, we're continuing to question Belgian sovereignty, as we will for a long time to come. Reich's Autobahn has completed, so we'll go right into the West Wall. 70 days from now, that will be done, so it should be about October before we're going to war. We've got this division no longer needs to be training, so let's add him to our stack here and make sure he heads on over here to our front. Let's actually go ahead. Let's call this like Benelux for now. Yeah, we're kind of doing a very weird version of the Schlieffen plan here. So obviously we're not going through the Netherlands and we're not going through Luxembourg either. So, oh yes, modified government. So I'm kind of going to be focusing on, usually I'd probably, you know, if I'm doing a build-up for multiple years, I'd want to get these research and productions, but I think because we're going to be going to war sooner than later, I'm going to go into our military staff. I think this infantry division attack and defense for 150 political power could be good. And we gain bonus political power because of Hitler here is plus 50%. So we're going to have no issue maxing these out when we can. We actually have partial mobilization already, which is better than the early mobilization. So yeah, that's good to know. I didn't look at that. So that is good. It's not really much of a minus to not have those in this game. It might be something they improve on later that, you know, when you totally mobilize, I guess actually total mobilization would reduce your manpower, so maybe there needs to be more of a penalty for it though, because total mobilization is a pretty serious thing, so keep an eye on these guys that are training. We're angered by Belgian posturing once again, and actually I think I'm gonna go ahead and add this recon company to our infantry division. That will set us back slightly on some of these units coming out, and certainly in production, but I think we're pretty good shape. Actually, it might set all these guys up to need to be trained up, but I think we'll be okay. The games of the 11th Olympic Games were recently held in Berlin, Germany. Attended by athletes from 49 different nations across the world, the 1936 Summer Olympics are the first in history to have enjoyed limited live television coverage. The Games were a significant propaganda victory for the German regime, which spent lavishly on the event. German athletes saw the most success, winning 33 gold medals, while the Americans came in second with 24. 4 of these were won by Jesse Owens, the single most successful athlete of the Games. We have shown our best side to the world, so that is correct, and the war will be coming sooner than later, but hopefully not the World War until a little bit later is the plan here. So I'm going to set all of these aircraft to Benelux area for now, and then we'll probably move them in the northern France once our troops move through. I'll probably keep my navy in as well. Hopefully we'll actually be able to capture a bunch of French ships. That would be awesome if we could do that. We've got some more dive bombers coming in here, so let's go ahead. Got 108 of those. I don't know where our 109s are. Unless they're replacing our HE-150 or HE-51s. Alright, so those guys all do have missions assigned. Yeah, I don't want to bring my navy out. It might get destroyed by naval bombers or something like that. The French do actually have a carrier over there, so if we were able to capture that carrier, that'd be quite useful. I know that there were plans for the Germans to try to capture that carrier, but the French moved it, actually I think, to the US before... Maybe to one of the islands, and then they moved it to the U.S. at some point. For the apparently I think the crew were possibly loyalists to Vichy France, so they actually the Americans like took all the guns away. I think something like that. I'd have to check that again. Anyway, so the west wall is complete. Let's continue on and get this industrial effort. This could be good, getting that going. And actually that would give us the 1 research bonus for construction technology would also be good. So how are we? Are we ready? These guys actually, yeah, need to train. So we'll train for a little while. I'm gonna break off a couple of these guys because they don't need to be training. Actually, yeah, it's all just infantry. I thought we might have some... We were just about to get some SS divisions coming online. So let's actually automatically, let's number 1, put them here and add them to, I think it's this one. That didn't take. There, that took, and these guys can automatically be added to this army as well. And they were. Alright. I think these guys I'm going to set up on the Maginot Line. Almost missed that part. Okay, these are my armor. I thought I had Manstein on these guys, but apparently not. Or am I looking at the right one? Yeah, that's not the right one. That was not my armor. I think we can just add these guys. Yeah, these guys are that. Okay. I didn't see because of the skull there that they were my... So these guys I'll add to this stack. Select everybody and then get down here and assign this. So we're about a month away from our war declaration. What are these guys doing? Oh yes, these are the SS division. We'll add them to there. And assign them back to this front like I was trying to do. There we go. Oh yeah, let's go ahead, add a battle plan. I know we won't use it very much, but actually we might use it if we can encircle these guys. We might end up using them to push and totally destroy. I mean, there are some good victory points there. Anyway, continuing on. We're going to get support weapons right before war declaration here, so that will be good. We're off on the focus though. And actually we'll be able to get another... We've got some political power, so what do we want to do with that? We'll probably do... Probably Rommel for the armor bonus here. I don't think there's a... Yeah, there it is right there. I don't think that there is a mechanized guy here. Yeah, I'm not seeing it, so let's just go with Rommel for that extra armor bonus. Not that we have that much armor at this point. These guys are ready to not be training. There's our support weapons. Alright, so where do we want to go next? And actually, let's see here. We did do land doctrine already. We're getting very close on 1937, so we might think about that. Ah, yes, our radios. I'd like to have had those done, but that's where we're at. So do we not assign all these guys? Yeah, they're not assigned to this order, so that's not good. There we go. And actually, we can delete them with this bad idea here. Okay, so now we're questioning the French sovereignty. We must rally behind the cause. And that is right around the corner. I think it was November 6th and November 11th. So we will go ahead and do that. So we produced our initial war justifications, but it does look like we're out of time for this episode. At the very beginning of the next, we'll go ahead and declare these wars and get this playthrough really going. So I hope you guys enjoy this series. Please make sure to hit the like button. It really helps out the channel. Let me know what you think in the comments too, and I will see you guys next time.